Checking in, where are we at? Number 4 on the not so hot list is, well, I like to call her Elviruses. They like to call it Elviras. In San Ignacio, or San Ignacio if you prefer, which is a place that we stayed our first 2 nights in San Ignacio. This is probably our worst accommodation by far on the trip. Not clean beds, no room no maid service. They wouldn't take care of our hotel room, where they wash the sheets. They have
yeah, they didn't make our bed today. I wasn't too happy about that. I don't even know if they've made the bed in the last month. So
dirty shower. They had a dirty shower. It was horrible. This is just right across the street from Martha's, where we got our laundry done. So yeah, definitely the worst accommodation award goes to Elvira. Number 3.
Number 3, I want to thank the Department of Homeland Security for this one. National Security Council. Apparently, the same passport I used last year to go to Indonesia is no longer valid. I mean, I know I accidentally washed it a few years ago, but this year it's no longer good, even though I traveled with the same thing last year. So we get to Houston after leaving Oakland, and they tell me I cannot get on my flight to Belize. I have to go to the federal building, downtown Houston, get a new passport on one day. I can't get on later flights, so I have to get on the next one the following morning. Just thanks all this 9/11 anti-terrorism, and it cost me a day of my trip. If you watch Loose Change, you'll understand.
The number 2 spot we're going to talk about is our bus ride, which is an overnight bus from Flores, Guatemala to Guatemala City, and then we have a connecting shuttle that takes us to Antigua. This was a bus that we get on, and we catch it about 10:30, 11 o'clock out of Flores, and we're going to spend the night basically on this bus. This is probably the worst night rest than actually got it in Elvirus's place. But so basically we're on a bus just winding down these roads. Nothing's it's not a smooth road, and the drivers drive like they're just driving crazy, and you can't even, you're just getting swinging out of your seat and had barely any sleep.
I was still tired because of that train.
Yeah.
We made it to Antigua. Say hi to the camera.
Hello.
How was that bus ride, Nick?
Oh, that was horrible. That really knocked us out on our way into Antigua. Definitely not a highlight. Definitely one of the low points. But hey, you know what? It saved us a night and a little bit of time and a little bit of money. So.
And there is one thing that was worse.
Yeah, just one thing, and Brad is going to tell you about that.
Just want to give a shout out to the friendly folks at My Island Air, because you made number 1 on the not so top 10 list. Alright, make a long story short, we're supposed to leave, we originally booked a flight, they called, they said we can just take another flight another time. So after staying 5 nights in Belize, we call that morning and say we want to take their afternoon flight, because they go on the internet, they got 2 flights. So instead of, we didn't want to wake up really early that morning, so we're just going to take an afternoon flight. We call that morning, some guy we talked to says, we don't have an afternoon flight. I'm like, but the internet says you have one. What do you mean you don't have one? And so anyway, I get up, I was like, what are we going to do? I decided to stay another night. We call him back. Okay, we want your morning flight next morning. So stay an extra night in the Peacocker. Get up next morning early, bright and early, 5:45. Catch the early flight. Get to Belize City, and then we're supposed to have about an hour layover, 7:30 to 8:30, and then they tell us we have a delay, and then we have another delay. Pretty soon they're telling us our flight's at 11, so that will put us in Belize City Airport for about 3.5 hours, which is not a fun place to hang out unless you want to buy Marie Sharps. Number 1 on the top 10 list. And anyway, so then at 11 I tell them I'm having a they tell us that we can't get on this flight. We gotta get out of here. I can't stay here any longer. They come up to us 11 and they say, sorry, we're gonna have to put you on the afternoon flight. Excuse me? So I'm thinking, wait a second, what is going on? So anyway, we start going in circles with these people. I tell them I want my bag back. I want to get on a bus and just get out of here. I can't. There's no guarantee that we're gonna get out of there too, because they're telling us it's weather. But I had a feeling that it was just because there was only 2 people on the flight, because I didn't see anybody else in that airport that was waiting for this flight. And so anyway, whatever. We go up. We have to recharge our credit card, get our departure tax back. We come up with the thing, and the guy's like, "Oh, you can't get a refund. You know, it's non-refundable." And I just, I told him to call the supervisor twice to make sure he could get it. I still don't know if we've got that refund yet, but it doesn't matter. It was still the worst part of the trip, because then cost us, extra day in Kikaka, which wasn't bad, but the whole experience. And then we had to take this terrible bus ride. So here we are back on the road on the bus. Thank you, my island. We made the top 10. Number 1, not so.